Hi everyone, so this is our 8th video in benchmarking 4K performance for Legion 5 Pro. So again, a recap, I'm connected my Legion 5 Pro using HDMI 2.1 with LG C9, and that connects to a soundbar Samsung Q950 using HDMI eARC. So it's a very good morning from Raheel from RTX Game Bench. So the first thing we will do is just recap on what kind of settings we have. The last time I tried to benchmark in 4K, the game just crashed. So what I will recommend is, rather than I tweak and play around with the game settings, let's just stick with maybe, can we load up a preset or not? So let's make it favorite quality maybe. Or let's start with just a benchmark between favorite performance and balance. So we are just creeping up towards balance, but we are primarily towards favorite performance. Okay, so let me apply these changes and run a benchmark, and we will see how it performs, and from there we will start increasing the quality of the game. So remember, the performance profile is loaded up for Legion 5 Pro, so it should suck up close to 140 watts. And if you connect your monitor or your TV with an HDMI 2.1 cable or any cable, basically you don't have to go through the mux switch. It's a direct connection to the 3070, so it should actually perform to the highest automatically. So I expect in 4K an RTX 3070 should be roughly in the range of 40 to 50 frames. Yeah, but I will be surprised if it can maintain 60. So it's roughly 59 as of now. This GPU is sucking up 140 watts. It's under 70 C, and CPU is roughly 72. This game just looks fantastic. No matter what settings you pick up, it looks pretty good. For some reason, if I turn on HDR in this game, the game just crashes. So I'm not really sure what's happening. Is it something which is a conflict between the display profile of my Legion 5 Pro versus the profile the LG C9 is trying to use? But I'm not really sure, but I just turned off HDR. The other issue is, everybody is watching these benchmarks. Not everybody has the HDR display on their phones or their monitors. So even if I record in HDR, YouTube will actually downsample it to SDR for you guys. So sometimes those colors will actually look washed out. So we are roughly 72 C on GPU, 75 on CPU. That's very, very reasonable, very cold, very light, and I think that's the way to game, I guess. That's why I love this laptop. I've been doing so many benchmarks for you guys, and I believe anybody looking for a new laptop can easily pick this one over Asus. I have seen there are two new models coming from Strix, which are S16 and S17 or M16. They look like Legion, but I'm not a fan of the screen lifting up your laptop just for air vents. It doesn't look nice, and it just doesn't feel right in your lap. So they need to have a better mechanism on sucking up air beneath the casing itself. Even I think Legion 5 Pro is not optimal, because once you lift the laptop slightly, you will see some reduction in temperature, and that's a sign that the casing or the chassis is not getting enough air from under the hood. So I will recommend, if you have a cooler, use that. So we are roughly over 50 frames across the board for this benchmark. It's almost 60, but it keeps shuffling. So if you have a variable refresh rate monitor with adaptive sync or G-Sync, it will just run fine. Okay, so this is where we can see CPU is being hammered and hike in temperature. Still very smooth, and the game looks fantastic even in balanced quality settings. Yeah, CPU is still 80C, GPU is 77. This game is heavy on GPU. I'm sure once Cyberpunk developers see the physics in this game, I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the videos from Cyberpunk where people are making fun of their physics in their game, and this game has like jaw-dropping physics. It's just so straightforward and simple. So I think we have a really good result on balance settings for this game. I think if I crank it up, it will fall below 50. So we will just give it one more try.